You know, retirement is a very tricky thing because it's unique to each individual. You can get on YouTube and find many channels about retirement, and they tell you when to retire. They tell you when it's time for you to retire. They tell you to retire at 55. Some say 60. Some say 65. When the truth of the matter is, they don't know. Nobody knows except for you. And I'll tell you, if somebody could predict when you're going to die, your lifespan, when is the end, if someone can predict that you're going to die at 65, then yes, they can tell you you need to retire at 55. Or if they can tell you whenever your health is going to start declining, then yes, they may can tell you when you need to retire so that you'll have time to enjoy your retirement. But listen, nobody knows when the best time for you to retire except for you, because you know your circumstances. You know how much money you have. You know what kind of retirement planning you've done over the years. If you've worked 20, 30, 40 years, hopefully you've got something planned. Hopefully you've got a retirement planned out and a savings. But listen, all of the YouTube retirement gurus, you know, most of them don't know. And I would just go a little bit further and say none of them know. They're just throwing stuff out there. In it's kind of like fishing. You put a worm on, or you put a different color bait and you cast it out there. One of those fish might bite it. You may not. You know, that's what these YouTube retirement channels are doing. They're throwing the line out and they're casting the line out, and if it fits you, bite it. Take their advice if it fits you. But listen, don't just listen to them and let them tell you that you need to retire on this date or this date, because they do not know. Only you know. And retirement is a very special time in a person's life. And you don't want to rush it, because rushing into retirement before you're ready could mean years of misery, depression, because we have to plan these things out, and you have to look into the future. You have to look deep into the future. You can't just look into next year or the next 2 or 3 years, because let me tell you something. The economy plays a lot in retirement, because how the economy sits today, you know, it's not going to be the same in 10 years. $100 today is not going to be $100 in 10 years, because everything goes up all the time. But you know what don't go up? Your pay, your retirement, unless it's calculated in, like the COLA, cost of living, in your pension or something. Most people don't have a pension. I do have a pension. I work for a county government, so I have a pension. But most people, they don't, they have 401ks. And what you put in is what you get out. And, you know, you have to plan these things out. You have to be prepared because, like I said, gas prices go up, groceries go up, insurance rates go up. You may have Medicare, but you're going to have that supplement to go along with Medicare. And guess what? That supplement, it'll go up. But your Medicare, your Social Security, it's not going to go up. They may raise the Social Security every so many years, but listen, inflation goes up often. And you just want to be prepared. You want to be ready. You don't want to base your decision on retirement from what you hear on YouTube. Don't base your decision on what I say because I don't know your circumstances. I'm not here to tell you today to retire at 55 or 65 or 70. You may need to work till you're 70 or later. It depends on you, your physical ability to retire or not. So my message today is search your own retirement plan. And there's nothing wrong with getting on YouTube and listening to some of these people. You may take a few things that they have to say, but don't let them coach you into retiring before it's your time, because they're not going to be there to save you whenever you make the wrong decision. They're not going to be there for you. They're looking out for themselves. And whenever they say something that sounds so good to be true, for not to be true on YouTube, they're getting clicks, click, 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 and they're getting paid from YouTube. So be very careful about listening to people on YouTube tell you when it's time for you to retire. Listen, if I've helped you any today, if I've opened your eyes to anything that might help you plan your retirement or keep you from making huge retirement mistakes, like this video for me and subscribe to my channel and ring the notification bell because you don't want to miss our content. We've got a lot of good content. So like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And I'll see you all in that next video.